Hi guys, I'm Bharti Puri this side and welcome back to my channel. So today in this video I am going to be talking about how to save money, how to get in the habit of saving money, and I am going to be talking about few tips regarding what really helped me in order to get in the good habit of saving money. And this is something, a discipline which you have to, it's your own journey in the end. You have to be hard on yourself. It's not going to be easy in the beginning, but if you start now, you will be able to save, and the future you is going to thank you for it in the end. This happened during the lockdown. I started this habit, and the lockdown kind of helped me also to control my spending habits, because once the lockdown started, there was no going out. Going out stopped, so spending money on transportation stopped. Spending money on like going out to eat also stopped. So that kind of helped in save a little bit of money, whatever I could save. But at the same time, um, I was kind of like going through whatever my habits were, and I wanted to get rid of some of the bad habits and wanted to pick up some good habits in the financial matters. And saving money was one of them, because I really want to, my plan, what I wanted to do in the end, my aim was to like invest, but I cannot invest if I do not have a good habit of saving money. So even if you want to invest your own money for your future, first you have to get in a good habit of saving money. How you can do that? Basically, first you have to look back and look at your spending habits. We have these patterns in almost all of us, that if we get bored, we end up opening shopping apps. We get bored, we open these food ordering apps, and we just go for like online window shopping, which turns into, if you're bored, you end up buying random things which you don't need. What really helped me was, I kind of deleted the shopping apps in the beginning, and if I really needed something, I only focused on essential items which I actually needed. I asked myself, do I actually need this or not? And that kind of helped as well. So what really helped me in order to track my expenses was by noting down everything on my phone. Thanks to technology, we have so many different kinds of app. We have an app to track periods, so an app to track sleeping habits, an app for meditation, there are banking apps. Basically, there's so many apps now for anything, for every specific thing we have it. So there's this app that I would really love to recommend you all. It's called the Money Manager. So Money Manager app is basically where you can categorize your spending depending on your lifestyle and your basic. Like, you can mention the spending category, if it's even as investment, rent, groceries, vanity. You can like categorize it. Transportation for your Uber, gas bills, you can do that. So you can like categorize all that, and then you can even type in how much you have also earned that time, so you can put that also. So it's going to record that into your spending history. And then there's going to be a pie chart which is going to show you exactly how much you have spent so far. So I really like this app and I highly recommend you guys to try it out. I really like the pie chart system, because when I started in the beginning, it was a really big shocker for me of how much of my money was going where. And that kind of helped me to later on in the future control and keep a goal of, okay, I need to spend less in ordering food from outside, and maybe save that more and try to eat more at home cooked food. So this is just an example to give you. So basically, if we are not noting down whatever we are spending, we will have no clue where most of our money is going in the end. So it kind of helps you to slow down in the spending habit as well. So I really, really recommend you all to try out the Money Manager app. There are other apps also, it's for free. And once you get in the habit of just, typing down, just takes a few seconds in order to just note down whatever expenditure is, and it just tells you, and I highly recommend this. Yeah. So the new year has started, and one of my New Year's resolution is that I want to have no spending year. And it's not, I mean, it's not practical not to do like no spend for like 100%, but I have somehow managed to categorize it like in the month of January. I have decided that I'm not going to buy any kind of clothes. So I kind of ignore all the shopping websites. So there's so many clothing shopping websites, and sometimes we just get bored and then we want to buy something, just to cheer ourselves up as well. But you have to realize that doing emotional shopping is also that high that you get from shopping. It only lasts for a few seconds, and that kind of disappears, and suddenly you feel like I want to go shopping again. So in order to curb that emotional shopping, what you can do is you can basically replace that with some other activities. You can replace it with either going for a walk outside if the weather is nice. Try to go for regular walks if you get bored, instead of going for browsing through the shopping website. Or you can like try to read a book or watch some kind of movie. Netflix, just open Netflix and just start watching that, and that will also distract you, that you're not bored anymore because you're watching something on top of that, and that's going to help with your spending habit. So when I say no spend year, I meant like in the month of January I'm not going to buy any new clothes, and then the next month, in the month of February, I will try not to eat a lot of outside food. I will try not to order a lot of takeouts. I will try to make home cooked food and eat that, and I will try that. Or I will try not to go out to restaurants in that particular month. I will try that this way, and then the other month. So in the months of March, you can try basically some other kind of, you can target depending on your lifestyle and what you can actually afford to sacrifice in that particular month. So this way you will realize how much money you end up saving. Now the third step is basically, okay, so I've done all this. I've like started writing down all my expenditures in this app. Then I've started doing the discipline, trying to look back at psychologically wise regarding my spending habits, and I try not to do bottom shopping, and I try to buy only the essential items that I actually need at that moment. And I try to think about it as cost per wear situation as well, cost per use, and how much I'm spending. I hope I get that worth of use out of that particular product. So now, the third main point is that, okay, I've done all that. I've somehow managed to save a little bit of money, whatever I could. And the main thing now is, what am I going to do with that money? Because now it's like showing in my savings account, and I can see that there's money there, and I'm tempted to spend that money, because the temptation will always be there to save that money. And that is the time when we need to be financially aware of our spending habits. We've also tried to work on that as well. So now you know that I have this much money in my account. It's like just displayed there. I am tempted to buy something, spend that money. I don't want to do that. So how am I going to avoid that? And you can easily do is by being organized. If you have only one savings account, why don't you open two savings account, and make sure your first savings account would be your spending account, and your other savings account can be your emergency account. So in your emergency account, you can just transfer that or whatever through your bank phone app, and just transfer it to the other account, and just make sure that that is not your spending account. So as long as you are not touching that other savings account, you will be okay, and you keep that for emergency, for the rainy day when you actually need it for any kind of emergency. That is why you want that money cushion there for you. That is why we are doing this savings uh, thing together. So you have an emergency account and you put it there, and you just keep it there, and then you forget about it. You make sure not to use the card for any kind of shopping. You always make sure that your spending account is different and your emergency account is different. If you don't want to open another savings account for as an emergency account, what you can do is you can then open a mutual funds account, or like a fixed deposit, depending on how much money you have saved and depending what is your goal. Because I think this is a whole new different topic regarding um, where you can invest your money. But what you can do is, like, you can start an SIP through mutual funds, and this way you can keep that money aside, whatever you have saved, and make sure not to touch that. And that money also that it's in the mutual funds account, you can still use that if you want to. It's not locked. It's not like PPF or a fixed deposit, which you cannot, uh, use. So that ways you can keep your mutual funds account as your emergency fund account. You can also do that. It depends on you. But yes, once you get in the habit of saving and then investing goes hand in hand. Because in my experience, and even others would say that investing and saving goes hand in hand. You cannot invest if you do not have the habit of saving money. And I would suggest this: just take some time off and think about your spending habits, and think what really is your pattern, what really makes you feel like you just randomly want to do that boredom shopping, or like pick me up shopping, as if like I am feeling low, I'm having a bad day, so I just want to go and shop randomly, and in the end you will realize that you have ended up buying random stuff which you actually don't need, and in the end you will realize that you have just randomly started collecting random junk. So you will realize that. And then the best thing is to just start writing down your expenses in the app. We have these apps. It's like it makes life easier. It's so much better than writing it down on pen and paper. So I highly suggest you guys to just, try that out and see how that works out for you. Another thing is, what you can do is try to take, for example, me, I try to take public transportation more because I am located in Delhi. So I love the Delhi metro. It makes it easier to just go anywhere around Delhi and see our Delhi area. Delhi metro really, comes in handy for that. And in the end, I promise you that if you follow these things, you will end up enjoying the fruits of your labor. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for coming this far and watching the whole video. It really means a lot to me, and give this video a big thumbs up if you really found it useful. Yeah, and comment down below. I would love to hear from you all, and give this video a big thumbs up. Big thumbs up, please, pretty please. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.